And we're back for another episode. In this episode we're going to be doing the level 50 fishing quest. So I'm here now at the Fisherman's Guild in Lower Laminza. So let's see what we have to do. So I'm going to talk to CC Poo. And it says, an emergent situation has arisen at the Fisherman's Guild, which will get me the Halycon Rod, which was also in Final Fantasy 11 if I recall, and a bunch of level 50 fishing tackle. So according to the old age adage, when the going gets tough, the tough goes fishing. Unfortunately, the adage is of little use when the tough going happens to be a fishing ban. Enzar Salafarizion has closed all docks and ports to the Fisherman's Guild on the authority of Admiral Milyab. Some sorry sailor supposedly spotted a serpent at sea, and Slafriusion specifically stated all our services must cease. Well, we may be a group of sedentary fishers, but we're not about to take this sitting down. So first we'll need to know what we're up against. The Brugar Consortium maintains ties to the Maelstrom, so Sebel may know something we do not. It is time to go fishing for information. Okay. So now let's go talk to Sebel. Okay, just outside the Fisherman's Guild. So it says, it's certainly a pleasure to see you again, though I wish it were under happier circumstances. The news came as a shock to us as well. Any Laminzan who's ever boarded a boat has heard of the tale. Back when the world was naught but a dry, lifeless rock, Lemelian created a giant serpent. From its massive maw the creature spat forth water until the land was filled. To prevent the world from being completely submerged, the navigator trapped the serpent in a floating island with the warning that if it were ever to be freed, the seas would rise until the world ended. This is from where the FFXIV motto, till sea swallows all, comes. You can imagine the Admiral's surprise upon learning a sailor claims to actually have seen the serpent in question. While you and I may recognize it as a fairy tale aimed to scare children asleep, the panic in the streets is real. So Slafriusion hasn't any choice but to take drastic measures in order to maintain the peace. Regrettably, those drastic measures have dire consequences on both your guild and my consortium, and the Maelstrom is too occupied with ship inaugurations to conduct a proper inquiry, meaning our only hope is to take matters into our own firm yet supple hands. It may be impossible to prove the sea serpent does not exist, but perhaps the testimony of the eyewitnesses could be impugned. I believe you have met the sailor responsible for the sighting, the one known as Chuchurun. Okay, so let's talk to Chuchurun. So Chuchurun sees big fish at sea, subsea sea serpent. Chuchurun just want fish to fish. See fisherman Wawa logo about fishing fish in sea. Okay, to talk now to the guildmaster. So I've seen enough at sea to know when sailors are seeing things, and what Chuchurun saw was no sea serpent for sure. Missing your marks will make mountains out of molehills. Distances deceive and delude the minds of men at sea. My money says your serpent is a Maslaya marlin, a fairly big fish, but by no means a monster. You can browse them bobbing north beyond the Bloodshore, but shown from the shore, people will just shrug their shoulders. You need to make them meet the marlin up close and personal. I'll admit it's easier expressed than executed, and I've never nabbed one. If you don't loose them from the line, they'll rip your rod out from your wrist. But first, you need a bite. They won't waste their breath on worms from water. Maslia marlins demand mooching, familiar to as fish wheeling. You'll need to fish up the food chain, get a goby ball, and hazard to haul in a harbour herring. Once you have hitched your harbour herring, offer it up to an Orgrieg barracuda, then bait that beast to make the Maslia marlin bite. Makes me want to sail out myself, but Slaphirion would slay any guildmaster who sights him. Besides, I'm sure Sisipu would sooner see you succeed at it. Okay, so I'm getting the feeling from this that we're going to have to do a double mooch. So if I open up the fishing log, try and see if I can find it. Okay, I'm going to just quickly check to see. I'm going to go onto disciplesoftheland.com to see if I can find where it's actually fished. So he said above the east shroud, so if I just quickly check the east shroud. Okay, so yeah, so we need a harbour herring, then an ogre barracuda, and then a Maslia marlin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I have any of those gobugul's balls in my retainer, and if not, then I'll just buy some. So I will need to, in order to get this Maslia marlin, I will need to go slightly north of Costa del Sol, and I will need to do a double mooch. And to get a mooch, you have to catch a high quality fish. So I'm going to have to catch a high quality harbour herring, a high quality ogre barracuda, and then I'll be able to get the Maslia. So I'm not sure if I have any gobu balls left. Oh, I've got 10, so I will actually try and catch up a few more. I'm going to quickly see if there's any vendor that will actually sell them for me. Okay, go check another website. Okay, apparently they are sold in Lower Lenosia. So where is Lower Lenosia? It says location roughly 30 to 20. So I need to go here to the Red Rooster Stead to see if I can buy some more gobby balls, and then I'll head to um, bloodshot. And the reason we're interested in using these balls is because they will help us to catch the herring, because the herring is the only fish that basically that bait will catch in that place, so it means it will be a lot more likely to get the high quality. I'm going to quickly actually grab some perception food just so I can get more chance of high quality. So let's see what food we can get that will increase perception. Okay, here we go. Land trap salad. I'll just buy one, whatever. So again, as with the other videos, I could just buy the fish straight from the market board, but where's the fun in that? So I'm just going to see if they have the Gobu balls on the market board as well. Apparently they sell for free gil from the vendor, so depending how much they are on the market board will affect whether I choose to buy it or not. $20 gil. No, I don't really want to spend 20 gil when I can buy them from the vendor for free. So just a short run, and then we'll head to East Route. Once I get the fish and turn in and finish the quest, then I'm going to be crafting the fisherman's outfit as well. And that'll be the last artifact set in all the game I need to craft. And looking at the ingredients for that, actually I looked at it earlier on. For the fishing hat, you actually need to use this sinking minnow and this oyster as part of the ingredients, which I find kind of interesting. So, as I mentioned in the other video, I've already got the accessories for all my gathering, so I don't need to craft those because they are shared between botany, miner and fisher, and there isn't actually any offhand weapon for fishing at this time. I don't know if they will add in the future, but right now there isn't. So once I get the weapon from the quest, then that'll be it. It'll just simply be a case of craft the 5 pieces of the gear and that's it. Hopefully it won't take too long to catch this fish. And from here, Costa del Sol is basically just there, and we're going to fish this sort of area to get what we want. So again, the reason we're using these Gobu balls is because they are level 10, and the item that we want, if we quickly check Eastern Lanosia, from here, is we start with a harbour herring, then we mooch to get the ogre barracuda, and then we mooch that to get the Maslia marlin, which is this item right here actually, according to the disciplesoftheland.com. And because this item is level 7 and this is level 10, it means that we're only going to be catching this at this level range, in theory. Okay, so here's the merchant mender. So if we say purchase tools, then you should have available Gobu balls. Here they are. So I guess I'll buy 40, because if I don't get the fish within 50 casts, I'll be kind of disappointed. And because I bought it from the vendor, I saved myself hundreds and hundreds of gil compared to buying it from the market board. So what I usually do actually, I go onto websites like FFXIV 2.0 in order to look up the vendors and prices and stuff like that, so that I don't waste money unnecessarily. And as you saw, it took me like a minute to get here, so there's no real need to just buy everything from the market board. I think it can just be a habit of laziness by doing that. Okay, almost there to Costa del Sol. Need to go to this entrance and not that one. And again, I'm avoiding teleporting so that I can always save money and save towards my house. I have spent a huge amount of gil getting all of my crafting sets melded, but thankfully that's pretty much done, and hopefully that's going to serve me for a very, very long time. One thing I am planning to do actually later on is I am planning to unlock every single fish in the game and finish the fishing guide. So the fishing guide, which you open through the fishing log, shows you all the fish you've encountered in the game so far. So I am hoping to catch one of every single fish in the game. And one thing I will hopefully be doing in the future as well is I will be making a video covering all of the fishing locations in every zone. So I will basically say open these maps and show where all of them are so that you can see from me. So I'll probably, when I finish a continent, then I'll make a video about that whole continent. Okay, so like I said, this sort of region is the one I want. I can double check that with this location here. Okay, so now within the range. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to eat that food. Okay, make sure that the gobus are selected, yes they are, and then fish. So fishing was incredibly easy to get to 50, I didn't use any leave allowances at all. Okay, kind of weird. I'm fairly sure he did tell me to use gobu balls. Okay, apparently so this is not the place, so let me check the quest again. So it says Wawa Logu believes a Maslia Marlin can clear up the misunderstanding, but catching one will require recasting. Take a gobu ball to the north blood shore and catch a harbour herring. Okay, north blood shore. Oh, I'm at North Bloodshore. I've got the gobu ball. Okay, now they're biting randomly. Okay, that's a harbour herring, so I'm going to mooch. And at this point, I will hope that I get a high quality barracuda, so then I can mooch that to get the Maslia. Okay. So because I didn't get a high quality barracuda, I need to try again. As always with RNG based crafts, who knows how long this is going to take. So at least I can admire the sky in the meantime. You see, the amount of detail in this game is absolutely amazing. And as I said, I only am catching the harbour herrings because I've got low quality fish bait. So it's something to know for the future, that when you want to catch a specific fish, to make sure you've got an appropriate level bait to increase your chances of catching it. Because if I use, say, level 50 bait, I could catch every fish here and not only the one we're after. Okay, eventually this will high quality again, given that I've got 208 perception, in theory. Okay, high quality. So now mooch that and pray that the barracuda is also high quality. Okay, apparently not. I need to try again. So you can tell immediately when it's high quality because you see that sort of extra effort she has to pull it out, and the big sort of splashing sound as well. I can sort of tell already that this is going to be a very frustrating quest for most people. Someone random here doing a mining leave. Wasn't so long ago when it was me here doing the same one. So, as I said, I do this for the challenge of it. You know, like I said, I could have easily just bought the Mithrie or Marlin straight from the market board, but where would be the fun in that? They did add these quests into the game so that they can be done, not just powered through. I hope I catch it within these 38 base. Now, I remember the level 30-ish fishing quest required me to actually catch fish from here, which only spawn at night. Here we go. So we will mooch and we will pray. Because if we can mooch this one, then we can get the Mithrie straight away. Maybe not. I guess it would be more fun if there was music, but because it's night time there isn't any. It will start around 6 AM Eorzean time, when the sun comes up. It'd almost be more fun if you had to battle these fish rather than just, you know. Okay. I wish there was a lot more to this than what is in it in the game right now. They made it more like crafting. Because even in Final Fantasy XI, like, you had to actively battle the fish left and right in order to get it. There we go. Double mooch. A bit weird, that one. There you go. So there's the Maslia Marlin. Cool. So that's done. That's how it's done. Double mooch. We managed to get it from this location. We're going to head straight back to Limsa, turn it in, and get the quest done. Then we're going to go craft our fishing gear. So another thing that you can look at as well is this tab here, Fishing Records. And what it does is it has the weight of the fish that you catch and what rating it's considered. So because I caught this Maslia Marlin 83.7 ilms, it's a considered B rating. You can eventually catch fish which are so big that they'll actually give you A rating in each category. So the one I just caught just now happened to be my heaviest deep sea fish. So I think the goal eventually is to get, you know, the A rating in all of them. But we will see which fish those are when we look at the later tabs here. So the one I just caught is this one here, so you can see there's still potentially 10, 21 fish which potentially could be bigger and rarer as well. One of my friends in the free company told me that, like, the most difficult fish in the game to catch, like the very last fish, requires a quadruple mooch. And you can only mooch with high quality fish, which means you have to do like 3 or 4 high qualities in a row in order to get that fish. But God knows how long that would take. But when I get there, then hopefully I will have a video which shows me attempting to go after it. And thankfully now as well, because I'm now finished with this gear, once I craft each piece of the fishing items, I can convert these into more gathering materia, which hopefully I'll then use in the next video to meld my mining and fishing sets. I've already finished melding my botany set, so I will explain in the next video what stats you should be focused on, and what the caps are for each item, and what materials to use as well. Like, personally for me, I never use rank 4 materials. I've only ever used one on one of my crafting items, and even then it was the cheapest one in the game at 30,000 gil. All the other ones are ridiculously expensive at 70 to 80,000 gil, and they only give you one extra stat, which is just not worth it, especially when the rank 3s are so much cheaper. And I found that combining the right materials together, you can hit the caps anyway without the rank 4s. So I'm just going to use the Aethernet port to get to the Fisherman Guild. I think all these extra fish I have I'll just sell. Not going to need them anytime soon. I'll just throw this Gobu stuff back on my vendor for now. In my retainer. I might as well vendor that item, it's worth it. Yeah, so I actually got more from the vendor that I would have got if I put it on the market board. So here, Fisherman's Bottom. Okay, so while our logo's never been right for running a guild, but he's never been wrong about a fish either. He says our serpent is a Mazleya marlin. That's what it is. Okay, so let's turn that in. So the Mazleya marlin, I can see how some might mistake it for a monster. Hopefully Slafthian will see it the same. So Bill arranged for us to speak with the Grand Storm Marshal. So many moons has it been, I can scarcely remember the last time I boarded a merchant ship for anything other than an inspection. Quite comfortable indeed aboard the luxurious fleet of the Brugar Consortium. No doubt to put corrupt Mongars and traffickers at ease while making illicit deals at sea. As I'd perished to thought, we would never dream of calling the Grand Storm Marshal to a vessel where such roguery took place. A shame. I'd imagined those sort of vessels were the most fun. I suppose we'd then best tend to business. Of course, sir. Now, allow me to introduce you to the Mazleya marlin. Great Lamlian's ghost. The barley thing is massive, however did you catch it? At any rate, it is your contention that this marlin is the source of the sea serpent scandal? You can sing yourself to sleep with that silly sea serpent story, but it still won't hold water. I knew things were proceeding along too smoothly. You always know just the wrong time to act the guildmaster, don't you? Never you mind, I've known Wawa Logo long enough not to mind his manners. Unlike his fish, I know when I'm being baited. Boy, you've been baiting and bullying us with your ban. You will let up and lift it? A fine question, to lift the fishing ban, or to not lift the fishing ban. What to do, what to do, what to do. On one hand, I could lift the ban, but on the other hand... Oh, now who's the one baiting? Why not, of course. These are formalities we must observe, so I'm afraid the declaration will have to wait until tomorrow. And the ban will be lifted? Unless you preferred it weren't. By no means, it's just I feared that simply bringing you a large fish might fail to serve as adequate evidence in overturning a formal military promulgation. Well, I never really believed all this sea serpent silliness in the first place. It was more about putting Leminzen's mind at ease than anything else, and the marlin you've brought me should accomplish just that. A few of our paranoid conspiracy theorists in the Maelstrom alleged the serpent to be an elaborate Sahagin plot, so this should make for a nice laugh at their expense as well. And to think that all this started because one of our guildmates spotted a large fish. And because fishtails won't to grow in size, the large fish became serpent-sized and then ceased to be a fish altogether. It makes you wonder what other sorts of overblown fantasies we've all been led to believe. It sounds like you were ready to lift the ban whether you brought you the marlin or not. If only it were that simple. A fine grandson marshal would be if I went lifting bans willy-nilly without any evidence the problem has been solved. This marlin is essential to assuaging the irrational fears of the public. Well, then I suppose Mithrie's efforts weren't all nor after all. I only wonder how the fishtail grew out of proportion in the first place. I don't delight in delving into details, but that deed might have been my doing. Why am I not surprised? When I mentioned to Chichuron that the Maslia Marlin was a monster, I meant it metaphorically, but mayhap he misunderstood. I think it would be best in the interest of all involved if I don't hear any more of this story. The Maelstrom expresses its gratitude for your efforts in bringing this evidence to light. Your guild will be notified when the fishing ban is formally lifted. I bid you good day. And so that was one big fish we caught there near Costa del Sol. Okay, so let's talk to CC Poo again. Terrifying to think a little exaggeration can get out of hand, particularly when you consider how often fishermen exaggerate. But it sounds like Slafrion knew something was fishy all along. Nevertheless, you saved our guild from destruction at the hands of a imaginary sea serpent. Funny how Mulika delivered you to our doorstep just when we needed you the most. And I certainly can't call you Goopy anymore now that you've caught a marlin. The Guildmaster himself never quite reeled in. I'd say we name you the Guildmaster, but then our logo would have nothing to dodge, and I'm not ready to let that fish off the hook that easily. But I suppose we could at least let him know he has a rival, and that might be your finest fishing accomplishment of all, luring Waru logo back to work. Okay, so I'm going to accept these gold pieces because I can craft this stuff high quality. Complete. Okay, so let's now try on this fishing rod. Cool. So I guess I'll just quickly cast the pole into the sea just so I can see what it looks like. Okay, so let's try. Yeah, so it looks like a nice fishing rod. Let's just see what this bait will fish up for us, if anything. Okay, so that's that done. Just gonna quickly now make my fishing artifact gear. So we head straight back to the market area for the sake of it. So let's quickly check which crafts that I need for the fishing gear. So that's leather work. I can make the hat, and I can make the gloves, the shirt, and the boots. So I'm assuming the legs is made by Weaver. There you go, fisherman's legs. So let's start with the hat, just for the sake of it. So I need a hypergriff leather, rose gold nugget, a white lip oyster, which I know I don't have, so let me just buy it. There we go, white lip oyster. Just need one. And I think it was called sinking minnow. Quickly check if I have any sinking minnows on my retainer. Oh, apparently I don't, so let me see if I can make it. Okay, 26 goldsmith apparently. Okay, here it is. So I need a silver ingot and an oak lumber. Let me get some oak logs if I have any. Okay, so quickly make the oak lumber. Okay, so let's now make the silver ingot. This will actually make me 3 of these, so I guess I can just sell the other 2 later on. Okay, so let's now make the sinking minnow. Oh, yeah, there's no point going for high quality because there is no such thing. Okay, so now I need a rose gold nugget, which is convenient because I'm already on goldsmith. The one thing I do need as well is my food. So I use Comfort Zone, Inner Quiet, Steady Hand 2, Waste Not 2, Hat Spam, Hasty Touch. Okay. So now I'll need to switch back to Level Worker. So one Hypergriff lever. So Comfort Zone, Inner Quiet, Steady Hand 2, Waste Not 2, Spam Hasty Touch. Wow. It's really boring when it just keeps blowing up for no reason. Okay, so now let's make the hat. And because it's 80 durability, I'm just going to spam basic touch rather than hasty. Wow. So this is now going to blow up on me, great. Wonderful. So I need another white lip oyster. It happens. What can you do? What is it today? Blah 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 blah. be more careful this next. I wasn't really paying attention as I should have been. So I'll do comfort zone, inner quiet, steady hand 2, waist knock 2. I'm going to just spam hasty touch, whatever. Much easier that time. So let's try it on. So I can convert this hat, don't need it anymore. Cool. It's a funny looking hat. So now I need to make the chest piece. Fisherman's shirt, so I need a silver ingot, undyed woolen cloth, 2 undyed felts and 2 hypergriff levers. I'm going to make the silver ingot first. Just use my macro from laziness. Okay, so now I'll make the undyed woolen cloth. Again, I'm not so bothered about using normal quality yarn because I can still turn the yarn into high quality cloth. Okay, so now I need to make 2 undyed felts. Again, I'll use my macro from laziness. Okay, so let's switch back to level worker. I've got all that, so I just need 2 hypergriff levers. So comfort zone, inner quiet, steady hand 2, waist knock 2, spam hasty touch. So I hope this rotation is making sense now if you've watched these videos a bit. You can see why I keep doing it. And you can see as well why I can do it so quickly, because it is just the same routine over and over again. I'm trying to run out of crystals, it seems. And I use my Ingenuity too, just to make crafting it easier. Okay, that's the sharp made, so let's try it on. I don't need this chest piece anymore. I'll convert. Cool. The fisherman's body, so now I need the gloves. So I need a silver ingot, a twine thread, and a hypergriff leather. So it did the extra touch. It didn't need it, it's just that's what the macro does. Okay, so now twine thread, level 50. Oh, I'm actually out of cocoon. Again, I need to spend time doing some level 50 gathering, getting more of this stuff, rather than having to buy it all the time. Okay, back to level worker. Again, one more hypergriff lever. Okay, time for the gloves. Fisherman's gloves. Okay. feeling a bit laggy all of a sudden. Okay, and the gloves made. So let's quickly check what's required to make the legs. So I need 1 hypergriff leather, twine thread and 2 undyed felt. Wow, completely out of crystals it seems. Let's make the hypergriff leather now at least while still on this, and for the boots I need another leather. I need 2 levels. And we'll do both now. Okay, one more. Hopefully for the last time, I have to craft these sets. Okay. Let's quickly check what else is needed for the boots. I need 1 felt, 1 twine thread, 1 silver ingot. And for the legs I need 2 felts and 1 twine thread. So that means I need 3 felts, 2 twine threads and a silver ingot. Let's make the silver ingot first. Just happen to have the materials for 1 more. Okay, let's make the twine threads then. I'm gonna need more lightning crystals. Okay, 1 more twine thread and 3 undyed felt, and then I'm done with the materials. Okay, so now 3 undyed felts. Again, using the macros, so I don't have to think. Okay, 2 to go. Okay, so let's now make the legs. Use comfort zone, inner quiet, setting on 2, waste on 2, use spam touches. Here's the legs. Let's try them on. Okay, so we can get rid of the gloves and also the leg. Cool, that's those 2 made, so now just the boots. Cool. That's done. So let's try it on the final piece. Don't need these anymore. Cool, that's the set made. It's going to dye a different colour for the sake of it. I figured just to match, you know, the fact that we're fishermen is to do with the sea. Okay, that's my fishing set made. So that's it. That's it for this video. This is the final set made. So happy that to get to this point. So all my crafting and all my gathering sets are now crafted, all high quality. Hopefully in the next video I will explain how I meld the crafting gear and the gathering gear, and yeah, so thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me and goodbye from Mithrie.